Belonging to yourself means honoring your body limits. Rest is not a luxury or a reward for hard work, but rather rest is a fundamental human right. Today, with my guest, we will be diving into a phrase that needs to be etched, that needs to be written on all billboards. Taya, no be lazy. Stay with me as I introduce my guest and unpack all the nuances between this phrase. Taya, no be lazy.
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget. Yeah, and I'm a medical biochemistry student at the University of Ghana.
Yeah, so today we'll be talking about the popular phrase, Taya, no be lazy. See, whenever you hear that phrase, Taya, no be lazy, what's the first emotion or story that comes to mind?
The first thing that comes to mind is yes, I agree with that. Taya no be lazy because um, in the part of the world we live in, they always associate tiredness to laziness
Mm.
because growing up you are always seen when you are always doing something. Yeah. So once you stop doing something, you're not doing anything. Just take a break to rest. Then they say that you are a lazy person. So yeah, I agree that I am not be lazy. When I'm tired, I'll sleep. Doesn't mean that I am a lazy person. When I'm awake and I am, I want to continue, I will continue.
Okay. So why do you think society has conditioned us, especially with the younger people, why has society conditioned us to think or feel guilty whenever we are not making any movement or there seems to be a slowdown in progress?
I think that society glorifies um what's it called, productivity. So they always want to see people always doing stuff, like doing stuff. That is how come people end up like busy. There's a
Busybody.
busybody or busy for nothing.
Busy for nothing. Yeah.
Yes, so because they always want to impress society that they are always doing something. But like I said, we glorify productivity. We glorify suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we glorify a lot of suffering in our parts of the world. So even if you are tired, you are suffering to do something. So yeah, upon the home things, working hard, but deep down you know that you are tired and you want to take a break. So it's from birth. Like when even if you're in a home, siblings, and one person is always working and all of, and the other one is sleeping. They say that's the all year Jumano. Like hard working. Yeah. So it is from birth. It is from birth.
I never thought about the part about busybody or busy for nothing. So basically, like society wants to see movement,
Yes, they want to see you do something every time.
even though it's not yielding results. They just want to see you move.
Exactly.
Wow, wow. So what special what personal story can you see in your life growing up that seems to corroborate this tired novelty thing?
With my current like research work, yeah, when I go to work and I am done for the day and then like I feel like I'm exhausted, I just come straight to my room and sleep. But for some people, they'll still hang around. They'll try and then even involve themselves in what other people are doing aside their own work. Right.
Just to prove a point.
Yes, just to prove a point.
Wow. Just an interesting fact about laziness here. I am not a science person, but then I know there is a chemical the brain secretes that's going to be dopamine. So dopamine is responsible for making us feel good about a work done or making us lose interest in what we feel like. This thing to what end is of no benefit to us. So generally, what society times laziness is when you see last time I was telling you about let's go for a run and you were like, why should you run when anyone is chasing you? Yeah, and then instantly I understood that you were not interested in running because your brain does not release any dopamine to excite you or reward you for running. So I couldn't call you a lazy person because you are not interested in running. So sometimes laziness is a product of the human body.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you feel very tired, when your body is overstrained, excessively used, the body will give you the signal of slowing you down. So what you could do in 5-10 minutes, your body will take you like 2 hours, days for you to do.
Right.
That's not because you are lazy, but your body is telling you that you need to take a break.
Yeah.
So that is where I understand the whole conversation of laziness from a scientific point of view. So dopamine also dictates when, but what's really dangerous is when somebody is a chronic lazy person.
Yeah. I think there's a thin line between laziness and then tiredness. There's really a thin line because some people, yes, they are lazy. They don't want to do anything. They just want to like, how do I even put this? Just be dormant and not do anything, or just do the minimum and then just go their way. Yeah, but there's also tiredness after you've worked hard. When you're tired, your body feels it that yeah, you are tired. But laziness is like you're not doing anything and just living.
So as young people, I know you have a business you run on campus. You do cards, beautiful cards for people and all of that. At what point do you realize that you have to stop between going the extra mile and then taking care of your mental health and then yourself? At what point do you think I have to take a break?
When I get to the point where I need to take care, my body tells me like I just get tired. I feel very weak. Yes, I feel very weak. Well, at the point of laziness, I don't feel weak. I just don't feel like doing anything. Like when I'm very lazy at something. But when I have worked hard, when I have done like the day's job, my body tells me that it is tired. Like I just feel weak. Even when I'm hungry and tired, I prefer to sleep than to eat.
What?
Yes. When I'm very, very tired, I just sleep. I just go like I my brain maybe weak like I become weak, so I just sleep. Maybe later when I'm awake, that's when I go and look for food to eat. Yeah.
How does all this conversation fit into our mental health?
Um you see, mental health is as important as our physical like health, right? And if you are you are tired and you don't take a break and you always want to prove a point that you are productive, right? You will not be you will not yield the results that you are looking for, right? So at a point you feel you are tired, just rest, and then when you wake up, you could just continue what you have to do. Because if you don't, you feel exhausted, and it can even lead to all sorts of like these mental health disorders because you always feel that you're not doing enough. I think there's a term for that. I don't really know the terms for in the mental health disorder, but there's a term where you always feel that you're not doing enough, so you always have to do more. You always have to prove a point, and that is a mental health disorder. Like, why do you always want to overdo? Why do you
So,
always want? Why are you not satisfied with what you have done? Why are you not content?
so this thing you're mentioning here, I think growing up right after SHS, I've felt this thing so much. I felt I have a little sister. Obviously, I'm older than her. I had nephew. I had nephew and then nieces. I felt I had to be the torchbearer.
A firstborn.
Not firstborn,
Are you the only male
not
in
the
your
only
family?
male.
So why did you feel
I
that
don't
way?
know. I felt like I had to do so because within my family, I'm the only person who has entered the university and
Oh.
then graduated from the university.
Oh.
So I felt I had
That responsibility.
to take care of everybody else.
You die.
So I was moving from here to here, doing all sorts of things because when my sister calls, I want this. I thought and I felt I had to have the money to buy this for him. My nephew will call, Uncle, I need a ball boots. I had to go and get for him. So I felt the need. And then I see this thing evident in the lives of so many young people. I can attribute some of the social vices to the pressure of wanting to do more.
Yeah, it affects their mental health. And you see, they don't realize it because even in our part of the world, we don't really regard mental health issues here. It's not that it's becoming a thing. And you see, when the oldies, when you talk to them about mental health, like Gen Z and everything, it's affecting my mental health. But it is very, very important. There are lots of things that, affect people. They have been traumatized since childhood and all, and they don't think that like they need to sit down and then accept that whatever they are going through, they are not meant to go through that. Yes, because people don't accept. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm a man. I have to do this. I went to the university, so I need to." No, but you need to sit down and say that this thing is affecting me physically, emotionally, mentally, and you have to take a break and then re-strategize stuff in your life.
Don't you also think, I believe in the formative years of every individual in society. I believe education as an agency and then our teachers as agents of development and then social change. Don't you think this popular poem, Good, Better, Best?
I mean, I never rest until my good is better.
And my better
There have
best.
been people who say that there's more sleep after death, so they are going to work themselves out. Let's see. Don't stress yourself. What brother? What brother?
Oh, brother, you see, when we force ourselves through all this stress, who are we really trying to please?
Exactly. Who are we trying to please? You're not trying to please. Like, the people are even trying to please. They will just say thank you. They'll praise you. And then to what end? To what end? I always say that this life we are living, we are living for others, but we always have to put ourselves first. Yeah. The Bible even says, love your neighbor as yourself before others. So if it's affecting you, you should know that people have died because they tried to carry on family burdens whatsoever. They have died because they tried to please other people because of the praises of other people and not putting themselves first. So please, your mental health. There are lots of issues people go through and they don't even know that they are mental health disorders. So
that mental health thing is a whole issue on itself because the last time I heard an expert saying that if you have unused clothes in your wardrobe, which you bought 3, 4, 5 years but never worn them, and then you are still holding on to those clothes, whether you give them out, giving to charity or destroying them, that's a mental health issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because according to him, that's you clinging on to something you no longer have use for.
Yeah.
Mental health is like a different thing altogether. So, Bridget, what do you do? You said when you are excessively hungry and then sleepy at the same time, you choose sleep over eating or better. So how then do you want people to hold themselves to the pressure of society?
I think, like I said early on, put yourself first. You need to analyze things like whatever I'm doing now. How is it? Like, is it okay? Am I okay with it? Even though the other person would be okay, like society is okay, you see that overworking is a good thing and whatnot. But personally, like, what's my limit? What's your limit? You should know. You should know yourself. You should know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Right. So if you see that when you work continuously for 8 hours, after 8 hours, like that's your limit. Then after that, you should just go and sleep.
Mm.
When you see that, okay, when I study for 1 hour, that's my limit. Then after that, you just go and sleep, and then you come back again and study for the period that you think is okay
So
for you.
that is introducing science and then data into our daily life routines.
Yeah,
You have to be
just know
deliberate.
yourself. Yeah, be deliberate. You know yourself. Be deliberate about the decisions you make, and then ensure that whatever decisions you make, you know, helps you and also helps society as well. Yeah, you need to find the balance between the two. You can't always put yourself first. That's okay. Maybe say and all of that. You need to find the balance, because if you are working for a company, they are paying you for your time,
Okay.
right? So if you say that, okay, when I work for 8 hours, I get exhausted. So like that is the company has paid you to work for 10 hours, right?
In that instance, which one will you prioritize? Is it the money you are earning or your mental health? Because you know your limits. Like you said, you should introduce data and then science into our daily lives. But then you know you can work for 8 hours. Let's go to the direction of those who play instruments for church.
Mm-hmm.
Continuously playing an instrument and sitting beside or closer to a speaker damages your eardrum.
Yeah.
You have to know this as a young person so that as you are growing, you don't become hearing impaired. They are paying you good money.
You should find a balance, because or you with your story right now, you should at least communicate to the people. I mean, the church executives, that this and this is what will happen if you don't take the speaker from your side, or they should get an assistant when you're tired, or the person just takes over. Because in a long run, the money that you are taking, if it's good, but almost when something happens, the money, that's the same money that you're going to,
Fantastic.
yeah. So
Fantastic.
Ukoyana, so will buy.
Fantastic. Mm.
So whatever it is, prioritize yourself. One of my brothers, for instance, was working in a company, and they were always stressing him out, because if they know they have a program next week Friday, they won't. My brother is a graphic designer. They won't pre-inform him that, oh, there's a program next week Friday, so I want you to design this flyer or that flyer. 2 days or even sometimes a day to the program, that's when they want him to design the flyer, design the magazine, go to the printing press to ensure that, and he would be there. And sometimes he can stay at the printing press as far as like at 12 a.m. there, but after work he has to go there to ensure that whatever they are printing is okay, and they make sure they are delivered to wherever the program is taking place. And he sat down and said, "Nah, these people are stressing me out," and he quits the job.
He quit.
He quit and he stayed home for some time.
That's bold.
He quit the job. He quit the job and said that, nah, these people are stressing him out. And it was affecting him, because he'll come home late and have to go to work the following day if it is not a weekend, right? And he has to go and continue work and whatever. And it was really, really not helping him. And he sat down and said that, nah, I'm not fit. So he quit.
People are not seeing the devastating effects of stress.
Yeah, because they say when you are like, people feel that when they are stressed, that's when they feel that, yeah, they are working hard. Yeah, some people are like that. Yeah,
When they are stressed, that's when they feel they're working hard.
yes, or that's when they feel satisfied that they have
Worked.
yes, but they don't know that it's really really damages you as an individual.
I read a research paper from the British Medical Society, and one of the main causes of cancer and diabetes is stress. I
Mm.
was shocked.
Mm.
Stress among young people. You see, because let me put this also to you. I completed SHS way back. I have mates. Now I see this person working in this company, this person driving this car, this person having this latest iPhone model,
Peer
this person,
pressure.
peer pressure. That you see, it seems so cliche and so trivial. Like we don't honestly, people are not paying much attention to how these things affect us.
Mm,
So
yeah.
because of that, like your brother's issue, if he hadn't taken the bold step to quit, he would go through this cycle
Exactly.
of stress.
Exactly. And you see, eventually, some people, when they are stressed, for instance, they overeat. So I think that is what leads to the diabetes. Because when you're overeating at a point, your body can't really break down
The
the
carbohydrates and
yeah,
the glucose.
exactly, or they become excess. So it takes a while, or you're overworking yourself. So at a point, the dead cells can't die off. So yeah, they remain in the system. So it could be true. It could be true.
To someone hiding under this duvet or under, let me say, a blanket, or under the influence of always wanting to go the extra mile. You see, when you read a bit of ethics, there are those responsibilities that you are mandated to do, but you can also do extra, like say the Good Samaritan.
Mm-hmm.
You took the person to hospital, you pay the hospital bills, the person is now well.
Mm-hmm.
You have done your responsibility as a human being. Now it depends on you if you want to go the extra mile
Mm-hmm.
to help the person financially to get back on his or her feet, which is not mandatory, but it is optional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what would you say to someone who is feeling pressured to do excess good or to overly stress himself to achieve something that he thinks society will applaud for him?
I would say that, like I said, you should know yourself and what you can do. If you know you can go the extra mile and it wouldn't really affect you, then you can do it. But if you know you go the extra mile, right, and it's going to affect you, you know, you should just be truthful and just let the other party know that okay, you can't, yeah, and just go your way. But if you know you can, why not? Just 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 do it. Just do it. But just know that whatever you do, there's a consequence. You may not see it now, but eventually it will show up. So just be mindful of whatever you do.
So, lastly, I know there are gender perspectives to Taya nobilism.
Mm.
Yes, because society has defined it clearly. It is it
Oh,
is
right,
it is
right.
rather more, should I say, massive
On the
on
mill.
the
Yeah,
male child.
yeah,
To
yeah.
see, let me give you one
Manaya
instance.
Bema.
Once I was going for a run on the hills, and then I got tired. I was climbing,
Mm,
and one was walking down.
mm,
I was going at a very slower pace. I was like, oh yeah, Bema na ka. So then I was thinking in my mind that you are descending. You are walking while descending. I am running while climbing. Why do you then tell me, send me a Bema into measuring?
And you know the funny part, she doesn't know your starting point. What if you started running from Medina?
Ha.
That's why I said that if you follow society, they are going to drain you. Especially in the kind of society where they glorify like I said early on, stress,
Suffering.
suffering and all of those things. Like here we are dear, like no, just know your limits. You know where you started from.
Mm.
You know, what's it called? The amount you are earning from work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, the like your learning capacity.
Preach.
Personally, I can't
Preach.
read for so long, and I also know that when I'm learning, I do well with audios and
And
videos
videos.
than like
Writing.
reading.
Text.
Yeah,
Text, yeah.
I know myself. When I was in my first year, for instance, whatever when I read, I have to write again
Again.
before the thing gets stuck in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
with that one, me, I know myself. So I'm not going to follow someone and say that okay, I'm going to read I'm going to read like just like the person is reading, so people will not see that okay, I am lazy or I'm wasting time or so. I know what works for me. So you shouldn't always like stress and all of that when it comes to things that you know about yourself. That's like the first point of all this is know thyself. Know thyself. When you know yourself and you know what you are capable of doing, it makes um things easier for you, right? And when people are talking and all of that,
Block the noise.
it's
Block
like
the
that, that, because you know when you're not able to help someone, they'll definitely find ways to help themselves. Yeah, but it doesn't
No, no,
also
no, no,
mean
no, no,
that
wait. Say that again. We're not helping someone.
they'll definitely find ways to help themselves. Ah,
What do you mean by that?
no, if someone chooses, like, let's for instance, I asked a friend if he could take um delivery of something for me. He said no. I was actually shocked and I was sad, but I still found ways and means to get that thing like delivered to me. I wanted him to take delivery of the thing and bring it home because we live in the same neighborhood. But he said no, he can't. I asked him again so many. He said no, he no fit. So I had to find another way to get it to me. Right? So
Nah,
if you're not able to do something for someone, by all means, the person will find ways and means to help themselves.
this is deep. No.
Oh, it's like people always find ways and means to help themselves. You think
So
about, like, you put yourself.
yeah,
There been
yeah,
so many times
yeah,
you've asked
yeah,
people to
yeah,
help you with
yeah.
something, and they said no, they can't help you. Wait, did you sit down?
No, she
No, you
did.
did something. So if they have the capacity or the means to help you, then they can. But if they don't, they won't. They like, you can't do anything about it. So you should also, go in that line. If you have money, you think you can help someone, like lend money to someone, then fine. You think you can buy your sister stuff, fine. But if they ask and you don't have, oh, and then they mean you, will they die? No, they will not die. They will survive. They'll find ways and means to get whatever they want if they really want it. If not, you can just tell them that, oh, maybe when I get money another time, I'll get you this, so you don't worry. Oh,
Should that
when
should that be a strategy for making people self-reliant?
yeah, I think that will be a strategy. It will make people self-reliant. It will make people um what's it called, innovative in their own way.
Innovative,
If
yeah.
that is what if that's the correct thing to say, yeah, so that yeah, so that everyone can be at peace with themselves. Yeah.
This is another opener. With what you're saying right now, I've read books about kids where they recommend that do not always help your kid. Sometimes make them feel bored.
Mm.
Through the boredom, you see innovation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it also, makes people hardworking and not be lazy.
And not
Like,
be lazy. Not
yes.
be lazy.
Yeah, because if someone is always depending on you for stuff, they're like, oh, this one is there, so
Yeah,
why
yeah,
should I
true,
stress myself?
true.
But if they know that this person is not always going to provide for them, is not always going to teach them something, is not always going to like do something for them, they'll find their own ways and means to survive if they really want to. But if they don't want to and decide to sleep, that one there is your back case.
So what we have been discussing is Taya not be lazy. What we are saying is the fact that you feel tired doesn't mean you are lazy. Laziness is you being disinterested in everything. So if it's a chronic laziness, like you are not interested in anything at all in the world,
Hey, then you should be dead. Why are you living? If I'm not interested in anything, you should be dead.
then
Because
that needs checking into. But then if you are into something enterprising, if you are into research, you are into a business, you are doing whatever you are doing, I mean it's not that you feel tired, to move on. Take a breather, relax, and then go back at it again because your mental health is your essential wealth. I picked this one from Omar Sterling, one of the greatest poets in Ghana. Your mental health is your essential wealth. Bridget, before we go, I know you have a business. Please introduce your business to us.
yeah, I do so many things. Okay, let me mention the main one. So I I am a card and frame, like customized card and frame designer.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at XOXO_cards.
Okay.
Yeah. And I also do Sobolo. It's
Yeah.
because of school that now it's on hold, but yeah, if you need some in bulk, a day for you.
Okay.
And my brothers, let me also talk about my brother's business. My brothers are graphic designers. They do 3D um, modeling, flyers, adverts, like everything graphic design. So you can check them out too on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. 20 creatives. Yeah.
Twinning.
Yeah, my brothers are
twins.
twins. Yeah,
Oh,
so 20
okay.
creatives. And they are both graphic designers.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, you can check them out. Hey, and I also sew. I forgot.
Wow. I
So
didn't know about that.
yeah. Oh, but it's actually my mommy's main business.
Mm.
Yeah, but I also help her with other things in
Mm.
relation to that. So you
Okay.
can check us out. Made by Mama
Made by Mama
on Instagram.
on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting so far, very informative. And then what Bridget is saying is Taya, not be lazy. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is Taya, not be lazy.
Yeah.
We will leave you here. Then we promise to bring you more interesting conversations along the way. Please like, comment, subscribe, and then share this conversation. See you later. Bye.